to that conversation.
Hello and welcome. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're joining us on this special interview on NewsX on the occasion of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's 75th birthday. We are now being joined by Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting and Railways in the Government of India, Ashwini Vaishnaw ji. Ashwini ji, welcome. Thank you so much for being with us on NewsX.
Thank you.
Firstly, sir, it is a special occasion. Not just the country, but the world, of course, is celebrating Prime Minister's birthday. What would be your wishes to Honorable PM on this occasion?
Our Prime Minister has basically fundamentally changed the way politics is conducted in this country. We have seen so many different political parties and so many different political personalities in the last 75 years. First time we see a political leader for whom politics is a means for serving the people. Politics is a means for bringing about a fundamental change in people's lives. Politics is a means for setting that foundation which will take us to be a developed nation. That's very, very, we are really lucky to have a leadership like this. And on this very pious occasion, I would say, I would pray to the Almighty that may He lead us always.
What do you believe, sir, has been Prime Minister Narendra Modi's impact for the country? His contributions in nation building, of course, for our great country?
There are so many things. The way he conducts policies, what's written on this, Sabse Pehle Desh, right?
Yes.
He has always put Rashtra Pratham, Sadaiv Pratham as the mantra. He has always put the welfare of the common citizen, the benefit, the change that we bring in the life of the common citizen as the primary outcome of any policy. That's very different from whatever we have seen in the past. And that has made a profound difference. He is a very detail-oriented person. He is very, very insightful on when you talk technology, he'll be able to combine technology, philosophy and society in one go and come out with a way of thinking which will make a big difference in the entire room.
Yes. Well, you of course said Sabse Pehle Desh, which is the slogan of India News. But Desh bhar se hi nahi, Vishwa bhar se aaj wishes aa rahe hain. If we talk about Donald Trump, to Vladimir Putin, to Anthony Albanese, these are just a few of the world leaders who have congratulated Prime Minister Modi on this occasion and also spoken about his contributions in building India and India's ties with the rest of the world as well. What do you make of the world wishes which have also come in, sir?
The world today recognizes India for the good work that has happened in the last 11 years and the foundation which is being built for a developed nation. See, those who know economic history, they all know that India has always been among the top 2 economies throughout its history, but for the last 250-300 years. Our Prime Minister has set us on a path which will make us as prosperous as we were throughout the history and the Sashakt Bharat which we always were, and that forward looking, technology oriented, looking at the world in a very different, in a very holistic view. That Bharat is what he is building and that Bharat is what he is bringing everybody together in his Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas and Sabka Prayas. It's very important to see that last part, Sabka Prayas. Everybody has to work towards that same goal to achieve that Viksit Bharat ka goal, right? That's what he's put. That's what he's making us all work towards.
Again, something that we're seeing different, so not just this year, but we've seen it every year with PM Modi. As earlier, we used to see political leaders celebrate their birthdays by cutting cakes and having parties. Now, Sewa, Hi Sankalp, this is the message sent by the political party that the Prime Minister belongs to. Your Sewa Pakhwada has also begun from today, sir. What do you believe is the big message through this and what are the plans that the BJP has for the next fortnight?
So, as I said, Prime Minister has changed the paradigm of politics. Politics is for him a means to serve the people. And that is what is reflected in Sewa Pakhwada. So, from the 15 days that we celebrate as Sewa Pakhwada is the time when we must make sure that we look at cleanliness, we look at serving the people, we look at what is the change we are bringing in people's lives, and we change our orientation. The mind, as PM says, mind is important but mindset is more important. We change our orientation from a problem oriented mind to a solution oriented mindset. So these are the things that he always teaches us and he inspires us to do. Look forward, solve problems, look at a bigger picture, look at a much wider scope of things, look at a faster execution, look at a long-term goal.
If we just talk about this year, a big, announcement was made from the ramparts of the Red Fort. It's going to be a very happy festive season for people across India with the GST reforms unleashed. What are we expecting this festive season once this announcement rolls out?
Two major things. One is every household, each of us, 140 crore citizens living in our country, all of us will have the benefit of GST coming to our budgets. Practically everything that we use in our day-to-day life will get cheaper. Second, the economic impact is going to be profound. Our consumption, our economy is today 330 lakh crore economy. Consumption is about 202 lakh crore. This is going to significantly improve, and that starts the virtuous cycle. So the virtuous cycle basically greater consumption, higher investment, more employment, and that cycle goes on.
Very bullish also, sir, about the semiconductor sector in India. We saw the PM with that first made in India chip. I'm sure that must have been a proud moment for you. It was definitely for him and all of us watching as well.
Our Prime Minister is very deeply invested in technology, and we all understand that for a nation like us, for a country which is growing at such a rapid pace, we must have mastery over certain technologies. Technologies like telecom technology, defense, semiconductors, AI, quantum, biotech, these are the technologies that we must have mastery over, and we must put in tremendous effort to make sure that the entire ecosystem gets built. I remember when we went to the Prime Minister with the semiconductor program, we were talking about the fab and ATMP units, and he inspired us to think that okay, we must manufacture chips, but we must also make the machines which are used in manufacturing chips, and we must also make the materials which go into manufacturing chips. So such a broad way of looking at things, creating that entire ecosystem, that's very inspiring, and that's what has helped us in achieving the results that we have achieved so far.
Okay, my final question to you is a personal one. You worked, of course, around the world. What have you learnt by working under Prime Minister Narendra Modi? You're working closely in his cabinet, of course. He's your leader. What have you learnt from his leadership style and from him personally?
There are many things. Some of the things are really profound. One of the things is there are so many people who would come and put a problem on the table. PM says that his quote is, it's very important to have mind, but it's more important to have a mindset. So how do we look at a problem oriented mind to a solution oriented mindset? So this is really important. Second, he's a very intent listener, very intent listener. He'll listen the finest details, he'll go into and make sure that every opinion is taken into account before we come to the final conclusion. So those are the things which really matter a lot, because we are a complex society, we have a lot of diversity, our problems have so many dimensions.
Yes.
So it's very important to make sure that everybody is, every concern is addressed, everybody is part of the solution, and that kind of consensus building, that kind of orientation really helps a lot, and that's what among the many things that I've learned, these are two or three very important points.
Thank you so much for joining us and giving us time, Mr. Vaishnaw, and we wish you all the very best in the upcoming days as well.
Thank you.
With journalist Sudhir Uday Pratap Singh in Delhi, NewsX.